there is something I want to talk about that has absolutely nothing to do with StarCraft strategy, but rather with StarCraft community, which generally I leave out of this show because I like to stay focused on the gameplay because that's honestly my favorite thing in the universe. But like an hour ago, I learned that IdrA was released from Evil Geniuses, which it's brutal to hear because, I mean, I know Greg, and I would describe him as on the quiet side in real life and very giggly. But at the end of the day, there are serious consequences there's consequences for any behavior. You are always responsible for the consequences of whatever behavior you choose. And I would emphasize to any of you, if you ever get into a mentally not so good place and want to lash out, or to just get rid of that anger and frustration, please find a healthy way to do it. I get really frustrated and angry and pissed off myself, but you never see it. Very often, I get furious after really bad shows, like really angry. So I have many a time gone on like a 3-hour run, even if I'm out of shape, because it's the only way I can figure out how to just get rid of it and that sort of thing. I used to do not so good methods. This is a keyboard that I famously have held on to from my World Cyber Games days. If you ever thought that I never really would get angry enough to break something, I destroyed something. Quite valuable to me. This is still far and away probably one of the best keyboards I've ever used. It was a Micron. Micron something. I used to know the name. Completely destroyed it. But remember, please, 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 I encourage you to not do that sort of thing. Because being nice and good and pleasant and withholding that sort of outlet, I feel like it's like trying to pop popcorn kernels. You know, if you do one nice action and expect immediate positive results, that's like putting one kernel on the pan and expecting it to pop. You can't just make that pop one at a time or you'll starve to death. But if you throw a whole bunch of kernels in, if you do make a good choice in a variety of different situations, you never know which kernels will pop and that sort of thing. So, somewhat of a somber tone, but I'm just as shocked as everyone else. Really, really shocking. That's sort of my thoughts on it, and I've been getting flooded with people wondering my thoughts on it. So those are my thoughts. So now, I will do a decision that I have decided 587 times now. I'm going to do a daily. Yeah, let's go ahead and hop into this game. Randomly load